Hello everyone, Mike Rempel from Excel Bytes with today's Excel blog post. Today we're going to take a look at how to use Vlookup when you want to pull in several columns worth of data based on a selection you make on your data validation dropdown. So let's see how we can do that in Excel. So here we have a little table of several types of fruit and 5 columns that each represent possibly maybe inventory in a different section of our store or whatever. And what I want to be able to do is, with a data validation drop-down list, select any one of these and have it pull in the data into these 5 cells from the table above. And we're going to look at 2 different ways to accomplish this. So in the first option, what I'm going to do is start with Vlookup, and my lookup value is going to be an F16, and I'm going to hit F4 to lock that, comma, my table array is going to be this range here, and again I'll lock that using F4. My column index, since I'm going to copy this over and I want the column to change each time it copies into the next cell, I'm going to use the column function, and I'm going to enter cell B1. So that'll give me a 2 for the first one, and then 3, 4, 5, and 6 as it's copied over. So I'll close that, comma, I want to have an exact match, so I'm going to put in a 0, close my parentheses and hit enter, and you can see banana gives me a 5, and there's the formula below, and when I copy that across, I get the appropriate values for that selection. And as I change that to say peach, it changes appropriately, tangerine, etc. And now I have my values for the choice that I make from column F. Now the second way to do it is a little bit different, and it's going to be an array formula, which means I have to enter it with Control-Shift-Enter, and we're also going to incorporate an array constant. So instead of highlighting the first cell, I'm going to highlight all the cells that I want the values to appear in, and I'll type equals Vlookup tab. My lookup value in this case is in F21, but I don't need to lock that cell. I hit comma. My table array again is the same table array, but again I don't need to lock it because I'm not copying it over, I'm entering it all at one time. Now my column index, I'm going to enter an array constant. Now with an array constant, you put those in curly brackets, and I'm going to put in 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And what that is saying to Excel is, don't select one column, select all the columns 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and it's going to put them in the appropriate cell that lines up with that column. Again, I don't need to lock anything. I'll hit my comma there, 0 for an exact match, close that. Now instead of hitting enter, I need to hit Control-Shift-Enter, and again it entered all those formulas at one time in the appropriate values. And again, as I change them, they will pull in the correct data from the values above. So again, the difference with these two is, in the top option, we did a more traditional Vlookup, but the column index used the column function, so when we copied it across, it indexed up to the appropriate column from column 2 through column 6. In the bottom option, we used the Vlookup formula. We didn't need to lock our lookup value or our table array, and for our column index, we used an array constant in curly brackets to indicate to Excel, pull all these columns in, and then needed to enter it using Control-Shift-Enter because it's an array formula instead of just a typical formula. And that's how you can do that in Excel. And there you have it. I hope you like what you see. If you do like what you see here, please take a minute to share this post on your favorite social network. I can be found on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So I hope you enjoy this. If you'd like to see more, please feel free to stop by my website, excel-bytes.com, and I hope you subscribe. So have a great day and happy excelling.